testimony of the head of the church is the spirit of prophecy. It is not the spirit of the apostolic. It is not the spirit of the teacher. It is not the spirit of the pastor. It is not the spirit of the evangelist. It is the spirit of prophecy. When did the church stop watching? When did the church stop overseeing? When did the church stop warning the people? When did the church decide that it did not want to bring division or separation? When did the church decide that it was better not to be argumentative? It decided to do all of those things when they abandoned the spirit of prophecy. When did the church when did you last find the church at the vanguard of a national or international socio-economic or political issue? This is where we are meant to be. The head of the church, Jesus Christ, has a testimony, and his testimony is the spirit of prophecy. And the thing that I've learned in the last 20 odd years of following Jesus, and in the last 20 odd years of being prophetically motivated, is that the prophetic gifting is the gifting that the church, or should I say the organized religious institutions, are least open to, because they have their way of doing things. And whilst they pay lip service to this gift, whilst they pay lip service to the testimony that the King of Kings, that the head of the church declares as being his, their words don't marry up with their actions, because they believe that, how best to put this? So often is the case that the local parish leader will stand up and they'll go through Ephesians 4 and they'll educate the punters with regards to the offices: apostle, prophet, evangelist, pastor, teacher. And then for whatever reason, and this is always seems to be the case, my experience is that they then start to talk about division and separation, which I find quite bewildering. One, because I'm prophetically motivated. Two, because I'm not frightened of a discussion. I'm happy to learn. I'm happy to concede and to yield. If somebody can reveal to me that I'm wrong, they can, I'm open to that. But Jesus himself, the one who has a testimony, which is the spirit of prophecy, the one who is the spirit of prophecy, king, head of the church, speaks so often of division and separation. Paul does the same thing. How do we discern? How do we conclude what is right and what is wrong? Without discussion, without rightly dividing the word, which is something we are meant to do. There's meant to be a plumb line. There's meant to be a measuring rod. Things are meant to be measured correctly, rightly divided, so that we do not err. And yet the very voice, the voice of the watchman, the voice of the seer, the voice of the spirit of prophecy is gagged. Because of what? Does it suggest to you that the denominations do not find at their headship Jesus. It sometimes looks a little like that, doesn't it? These people are not meant to shy away from difference. They're frightened of somebody coming in with a revelation. They're frightened that Luther might be on the loose again, that there might be a truth which they are deliberately ignoring, overlooking, whatever, that God is saying, and now is the time to bring this truth out of the darkness and into the light, so that once again I can bring division and separation. How does he identify the sheep from the goats? How does he identify the wheat from the chaff which gets burned? How does he prune the vine? Division and separation is necessary for fruitfulness. This is why you see so little fruit in so many denominations, because they have put a sock in the mouth of the King of Kings, whose testimony is the spirit of prophecy.